Oh, I am.
Ignorance on this subject.
Oh, I am. Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. As we have some great guests for us today, we are going to learn more about the Pregnancy Help Center of Artesia, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is just down the street from the radio station on Quay, just off of 7th and Quay.
Yes.
And we have with us the new Executive Director. Let's say good morning to Melissa Ramsey. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I am wonderful today.
And the treasurer of the Artesia Pregnancy Help Center, Jessica Prude. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. You were telling me before we went on the air that the Pregnancy Help Center of Artesia has been here for a number of years, but even after that length of time, it seems like people don't know that it's even there or that it exists. That's kind of interesting, isn't it?
It is, and I think a lot of it is we're on a back street, and you don't pass by it all the time. If you don't go down Quay, you're not going to see our sign outside.
Right, so that makes it off the beaten path, if you will. But, well, let's kind of just talk about what the Pregnancy Help Center of Artesia is, because I asked Jessica and Melissa before we went on. You know, everybody's probably heard of Planned Parenthood. What is the Pregnancy Help Center of Artesia compared to what Planned Parenthood is?
We try to show mothers, even for an unplanned pregnancy, that there is ways to be able to survive without having to go for an abortion. We offer free clothing, we offer diapers, wipes, formula. We do ultrasounds when we have a nurse there to show, you know, this is how far along you are, this is your baby. I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to having an abortion versus keeping the baby. We try to show moms we offer everything for free. You don't have to abort that baby thinking that, well, I can't afford diapers, I can't afford clothing, I can't afford formula. We have everything for free.
So the name actually does describe an actual mission or a function. It's a pregnancy help center. So that's really good. I'm certain you've had questions about that people have said, you know, what are you guys doing over there?
Yes.
And hopefully they are happy to hear that that's the services that are provided at this facility.
Yes, and we don't go by income. We don't go by race. It's if you walk in the door, everything is free. We don't ask for your income. We don't ask for proof of status of residency. We don't ask for anything. We just ask for you to come in and fill out a couple of papers.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Well, Melissa, how did you get involved with the Pregnancy Help Center of Artesia?
I was actually the administrative assistant for the last 2.5 years. And when our old director had left, and I kind of just stepped up and kind of just took over and kind of just made sure that day-to-day tasks were done, and we kept going forward.
Okay.
She didn't kind of step up. She really stepped up.
Yeah. That is fantastic. But what brought you to the center to begin with when you first started a couple of years ago?
Amanda actually offered me the job back then, and she knew where we were kind of in a position that I needed to go back to work. I have 9 children, which I did not birth all 9, but I do have 9.
That's...
I do have 9, and I needed to go back to work. I had been a stay-at-home mom for quite a few years, and I needed an income, and that's kind of my passion. I was a teen mom. I have had miscarriages. And I have been through very tough times with my children, and I didn't have any help raising these kids, but we just moved forward.
If you don't mind my asking, what age range are these 9?
21 to 11 right now.
21 to 11.
Yes.
So some of them, I think, are starting to leave. Is that what's going on? 4
have graduated high school. 3 are actually gone. So we have 6 at home right now.
Okay. Well, that's got to be a relief.
Sometimes, yes. The more there is, the easier it was for me. The less there is, it's like chaotic.
Wow.
So that's how I always looked at it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That 9.
Yes.
She obviously is a good advocate for life.
I was going to say that would be a great resume item, right?
I've given birth to 3. I've adopted 3, and then I've helped raise 3 more.
Wow.
We have 3 boys and 6 girls. Yes.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. And it works out. Now, let's talk about some of the different services that are provided. I know we've talked in the past that, and you kind of touched on it. You've got the baby boutique.
Yes.
Because you kind of touched on the clothes and the diapers and all these other things. But talk about the boutique, if you would, please.
The boutique is what we do is we do one free bag a month. And it's a Walmart size thank you bag. And they're really big, and you'd be amazed at how many baby clothes that you can actually fit. If you need more, we do help with that. It's not, we've had some issues, or we've had to charge $10 per bag after your one free bag a month. We've had moms come in that I don't have anything and I'm due, next week. Mm-hmm. She can walk out with 8 bags for free, 10 bags for free. It's whatever we can provide to help at that moment in time. That is our biggest thing. But it's from baby blankets to clothing to shoes to furniture. It's car seats, bassinets. We have it all there.
Yeah. Where do these items come from? Are they donated by other folks?
They are donated from the community.
Mm-hmm.
And from businesses.
Yes.
There are
and
some businesses in town that donate, particularly to help with the people who go through our parenting classes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and let's talk about that, classes. So you mentioned the boutique. So you have classes that are available for young families or moms? Or?
We have just updated our parenting classes. So we offer birth from being pregnant all the way to toddler years now. We have father plans, mother plans, co-parenting plans, especially if the parents aren't together anymore. We have Bible studies that we can also do. You can do them in person, which we prefer, or you can do them online if you don't want to be around others, or especially with COVID right now.
Yeah. So these are, I guess, part of the educational services that are
Yes.
or programs that are available. Are there some other education? Are there pamphlets?
We have a lot of pamphlets, and I can really hook you up with those, but it's just to know the difference of going through the steps, the motions, what to expect during your pregnancy, what not to eat, co-parenting, being together, living together, what to expect next, just different.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming then a lot of the people that come in to take advantage of these services have no idea. No clue. It's a new experience for them.
Yes.
To go through this.
And we've had some returners for their second or their third pregnancy, which is wonderful. And it's word of mouth. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So that's really important that these these services are provided, especially during the last couple of years with the COVID and everything else. What kind of challenges did that bring about that you had to kind of overcome, if you will, to keep doing this?
The biggest thing is donors, the donations. It kind of dwindled for a little bit because a lot of people weren't working. So that's kind of what we go by, because everything is free. The next step was fathers were not allowed to go to OB appointments, and right now some of them still aren't, depending on which doctor that they choose. So they were trying to come to us to do ultrasounds because they wanted to see the baby. And right now we don't have a nurse to do ultrasounds, which that is something that we really, really would like to do.
Yeah. Gosh, that's frustrating. I mean, there's so many things that were affected by COVID where families could not get together in emergency times or situations like that. I don't know if we're ever going to forget that. How bad that was once we figured that out. There's a lot of different things where that was bad. Jessica, let me ask you this about the fundraising aspect of it. People can make donations at any time?
Absolutely. We are a 501c3, so donations are tax deductible. We function purely on donations. There's not a lot of government help out there for someone who is opposing abortion.
Gee,
surprisingly.
Why am I not surprised at that? That's kind of sad.
But we are blessed to live in Artesia. We have a lot of generous donors that live in Artesia, generous foundations that do support us. But individual donations are so important to us but they're also important to the donor because it gives them some skin in the game. It gives them, they can feel that they are helping. You know, when you look at abortion as a whole, we're probably not going to change Roe versus Wade here in Artesia.
Right.
I mean, there might be some hope that it gets changed, but we're not going to do it. But can we help that teenager who walks in and thinks, I think I want an abortion. I really want my baby, but I don't. I think I need an abortion.
Right.
Those are the ones that your dollars help. The ones that your kids are in school with. Maybe your kid. Those donations stay right here, and they help our people.
Because I'm assuming that a lot of these kids don't even know that that's an option. Just because of the way everything is presented today, that
Yes.
you get in this situation, this is what you're supposed to do. And so just having this facility, having this program available, it would be helpful. One donation could just be to help spread the word, you know,
Yes.
just talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, another thing that we do is if someone does come in, their intent on having abortion, we talk to them honestly about what that involves, because it's not painless. It's not easy. We also have a post-abortion ministry for those who are suffering with the backlash of having had an abortion. And we've had people that it was 30 years ago that have gone through the program. So.
And so that's another program that's available. That is, well, it's fantastic that it's there. I'm glad people, I'm glad that people are supporting it and that it is here to provide this service. Are there similar type programs in other communities around us, or is this pretty unique for
I know
this
that
area?
there is a center in Carlsbad. There's a center in Roswell. I'm not too sure on their services exactly what they are all offering. Things have changed so much in the last 2 years with COVID that our hours, we went from 4 days a week to 3 days. Now we're open 5 days a week. So it's like everything has changed for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Well, talk about when you're open, when people, because I'm guessing you probably also have a phone number so that if somebody is not, they have a question that needs to be answered and it's not during regular business
Well,
hours.
and they can call or they can even message on our Facebook page if they don't want to make that phone call. And then there is times that it happens that way.
Yeah.
They're just worried about even walking in, or we answer the phone. Here lately, I have been transferring the phone to my cell phone so where I can answer after hours, just in case. My cell phone number is actually posted on the door for after hours if there's an emergency or if somebody really desperately needed services.
But the actual hours are
Monday through Friday, 8 to 3.
8 to 3, Monday through
And we are
Friday.
open during lunch. No questions asked.
You're just not there now.
I'm just not there now, but I do have somebody there. So we are open.
Do you have other volunteers that work with you?
I have our boutique. It's Kimberly. She actually helps, and she's starting to learn to do the pregnancy test as well. She's going through some training right now. So.
Okay.
She was hired to run the boutique, but she also speaks Spanish, so that was an important service that she can offer. That
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
so
Now, you mentioned the need for a nurse, so I guess we could use this as get the word out there. That is it a full-time, part-time, or on as needed basis? What?
Right now it's as needed, and it's a volunteer position. One time a week, once a month. It's just to be able to offer ultrasounds.
Yeah. So you have the stuff.
Yes.
You just don't have the certified person that can
to do it.
Do that.
Yes.
Why didn't she get certified?
because she's very busy. She actually was in the process of trying to get certified.
I was going to go to school and then
until she ended up doing everything.
Yeah. So that was taken off the list.
That was taken off the list.
You're doing so great at everything, but not this.
I can run the machine. I just can't do.
Yeah.
I
She just doesn't have the medical certification.
Sure, and you need to have that for that. So if folks want to make donations, is there like a criteria on donating items for the boutique? Are there things that you really could use, or some things that you've got plenty of? I mean, kind of where are you at with what you need for the
They
boutique?
can donate anything.
Anything?
Right now, we are low on 4-5T boy clothing. That is just, we have a lot of boys right now that are at that age group, and we're running out of clothes for that age group.
Okay, 4-5T boys.
Yes.
Kind of could help in that area.
We also get requests for cribs, bassinets, that kind of thing, and you only get one of those when someone brings it in. So
Yeah. Well, growing up, we had a closet under the staircase, and I always knew when the brother or sister was coming, because they'd open up the closet under the staircase and pull out all that stuff that they used for me. The diaper thing now, and I'm old, so we had the cloth diapers. Does anybody even use the cloth diaper anymore?
We actually do have some moms that
Really?
do cloth diapers.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have any cloth diapers left because the minute we get them in, they're gone.
So what's the? I mean, obviously the disposable stuff is convenient.
Yes.
But are there any other differences between the disposables and
the biggest thing is there's some children that are born that are allergic to the diapers. It causes diaper rash instantly, so they prefer the cloth diapers. It just keeps for the skin.
Yeah.
But it's cheaper in the long run. But these are not your mama's cloth diapers. They're fancy.
They are very fancy now.
They've got snaps and liners and stuff.
They're not pinned with, the safety pins
Ouch.
anymore.
So
my mom used them on me, too.
They are an expense. They're kind of a big expense to begin with.
Right.
But if you use them through all your children, they're not.
Yeah.
So
That's
and there's an environmental factor, that some people are concerned about.
Sure. With the disposables?
With the disposables.
I think the only thing, and I understand the convenience, I think that kind of disgusts me, and people are just not very considerate. You'll see them sitting in the parking lots.
Yes.
Or in the case of one place, Lon and I went to eat, they on the bench right there in the restaurant, the change took place. And I'm like, why do people do that? I mean, I understand they're convenient and they're great to have for that reason, but do you have to
just leave?
Yeah. Hopefully there's a little education that goes on. But the cloth diapers are still
They're still around.
Still around.
Yeah.
That is that's interesting. And then I guess the strollers, had there been any major changes in design there? Or is that pretty much
They're a little bit more compacted now.
a little more compact? Yeah.
And your car seat fits, clicks onto them, so you can just take your car seat out of the car and click it in the stroller. And
Okay. Now, car seats, do they have to be certified or checked from time to time? I know that from time to time law enforcement folks will do car seat checks.
And the car seats do expire.
Yeah, they do expire.
Yeah. And
what is it about them that expires?
After everything kind of degrades after a little bit, and that's the biggest thing. After so many years, things start to degrade. So there is a tag on the car seats. Any of the size car seats, there will be a tag that says expires by date. If it has been in a car wreck, it expired at that point too.
Right, I would expect that.
Yeah. If it's been in the heat too long, I wouldn't use it either.
Yeah. So do people donate car seats, or do you have to get them certified or checked, or do you look at the date and go, thank you for the donation, this is going to the landfill?
Sometimes, yes. Yes. But it's safety, and we're just trying to make sure that the next child is safe as well.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing stuff. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to cover or share with folks?
we do promote adoption.
Okay.
We offer that as a definite option when someone comes in that is considering abortion.
How is the state of New Mexico in that regard? I mean, I'm sure there's a process you have to go through if that's what you decide to do.
Right. And we don't facilitate adoptions. We just help them connect with someone who does.
Sure. But how is New Mexico as far as that concerned? I mean, is it are they I mean, it is a process, but is it a process that most people can navigate through and figure out?
Yes.
Okay.
I was speaking with Danae, which she is our adoption advocate as well, and it is a process. But if you get with an agency, they help you through the entire process, and it's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you make sure you have everything in a row.
And unfortunately, it's expensive.
It is. Yeah. Well, and I think that's probably another factor that some of these young ladies think about, which might lead them towards the abortion path as opposed to
Right.
the adoption path because of how difficult or expensive it can be. So,
Yes.
but you help point them in that direction.
But it's not expensive
For them.
for the mother.
Okay.
It's expensive for those who are seeking to adopt.
Gotcha. Well, that needs to be understood, I
Yes.
guess. So,
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good. Was there anything else then?
Our baby bottle drive will be starting
okay.
at Mother's Day as well. And we distribute a whole bunch of baby bottles through churches, or you can come through the center and pick them up, fill them up with change, dollar bills, checks. And we also have our baby bottle drop right there at the front. It says baby bottle drop on a deal. You just drive up, put it through, and drop it in.
Okay. So you recycle or reuse baby bottles, or
We
is
have
this for
baby
donation?
bottles. They're for donations.
They're
For
strictly
donations.
for donations.
They're strictly for donations.
Gotcha.
We
Okay.
have a whole bunch of the baby bottles, and they're bigger. They're kind of a bigger round baby bottle.
Gotcha. So if you have one at your church or business or whatever and it's full, you've got a drop-off box
Yes.
for it. Okay. Next thing, I thought we were going to talk about canning.
Not today.
All these other things that I remember from back in the day. I don't want to think about those things. We've moved on. So very good. Well,
Our
Melissa,
two major
yes, go ahead.
fundraisers
Sure.
are our banquet in November, and we always bring in a pro-life speaker. This past year was Autumn Lindsay, who gained her fame from from arguing with a Teen Vogue article about what to buy your friend when they've had an abortion. It was a very lighthearted, like they'd had an ingrown toenail removed, It was, and she...
It's a lot more serious of an issue than...
She did a very eloquent job of debunking that. And she was an amazing banquet speaker. We bring in people, and people come to our banquet, and they're like, they thought someone was going to get up and tell jokes or something, because we did start out with a comedian, and we call it Laugh for Life.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more than that. And then we also have our Walk for Life in September, and it's just a walk over on Eagle Draw, and it's just a fun thing, but it is a fundraiser and a awareness raiser.
Awareness. Excellent. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Melissa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hope to have you back, maybe on a monthly basis or something like that.
That would
just
be
to
amazing. Yes.
Just kind of talk about things and
Yes.
keep people informed. Speaking of motivational speakers, I guess Tim Tebow's coming to Artesia.
Yes, I saw that. That's awesome.
Around the 1st of April. So he probably is familiar with some of these topics and could give a good speech on that.
I agree.
So that'll be great. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. And if there's anything else we can do for you, just let us know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
We're going to take a break.